Hello everyone, today I'll be reading you Little Fur Family. This is a little fur family. They are bears. This is the dad, this is the mom, and this is the little bear. So let's start reading and see what happens in this story. There's the little bear. Little Fur Family. There was a little fur family, warm as toast, smaller than most, in little fur coats, and they lived in a warm wooden tree. That's where they live. The little fur father said good morning one day, put on his hat, and went away out to his little fur world. That's the fur father putting on his coat. The little fur mother bathed her fur child, and off he went to play in the wild wood where they lived. Here's the little child with his red ball. It was a wild wood. Wild flowers grew all over the ground, and wild winds blew through the air. Wild nuts fell from the wild nut trees, and wild grass tickled the first child's nose. Tickled his nose and made him sneeze. Achoo! Achoo! That sneeze woke up his grandpa, who lived in the hollow stump. And Grandpa came walking, thump, 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 and walked out of the hollow stump and said, "Bless you, my little fur grandson, every time you sneeze." That's the Grandpa. Achoo! Bless you, said the little fur child. "Thank you," said Grandpa. Then old Grandpa went thump, 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 and walked back to his hollow stump. And the little fur child went on through the dark and sunny woods till he came to a little river full of fish. The fish didn't have any fur, and they didn't have any feet, and they swam around under the river. The little fur child watched them for a long time. There's the fish, and there's the child. Then he reached in the river and pulled out a fish and looked at it. Then, kerplunk, he threw it back in the river. He reached in the air and he caught a flying bug, and he held it in his hand and looked at it. The bug didn't have any fur. It was shiny and had little wings. Then, zip, he threw it back in the air. Then he caught a little tiny fur animal, the littlest fur animal in the world. It had warm, silky fur and even a little fur nose, so he kissed it right on its little fur nose and put it gently back in the grass. And the little tiny fur animal ran down a hole into the ground. There's the little tiny animal. Then the sun went down beyond the river. The sky grew wild and red. And the little fur child turned around and ran for home. And just as the darkness got very dark, he bumped into his big fur mother. And she took her little fur child home in her arms and gave him his supper. Looks like he's going to eat dinner. There he is. And that's his mom. And there was his father, who put him to bed and tucked him in bed, all soft and all warm. There his father. He is carrying him up the stairs to his bedroom. And they held his paw and they sang him a song. Sleep, sleep, our little fur child, out in the wilderness, out in the wild. Sleep warm in your fur all night long, in your little fur family. This is a song. The end. So that was the end of this book. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then give it a big thumbs up. Bye guys.